Now to break down what the Suns did in the 2026 draft, time to bring in our insider, Doug Franz, host of the Doug Franz Unplugged podcast. Doug, Mr. Arizona becomes a Phoenix Sun. What do you make of the drafting or the moves to get at least Koa Peat into the Valley?
I like it. You think about how many failed second-round picks there are. I mean, Jalen Brunson did so well that everybody wants to talk about that, and everyone wants to talk about Jokic, but most second-round picks don't do well. By trading around some of your second-round picks to get first-round capital makes a lot of sense. And plus, we've already seen in the Jordan Ott, Brian Gregory regime, look at players improve. Namely, look at Rasheer Fleming last year. So why shouldn't you believe in Koa Peat? It's not like the Suns are blind to the problems of parts of his game. And I'll steal something from Dwayne Rankin. I really like what he wrote in the Republic yesterday, which was the kid wins. So far in his 5-year career, it's win, 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 and then do real well and win close and almost get to the championship. I mean, kid just wrote, there's got to be something said for that.
Yeah, we heard from General Manager Brian Gregory. He mentioned just the importance of having that hometown connection. He also mentioned his performance in the Final Four that really made Koa pop, and he knew he wouldn't be available in the second round. When you look at how he could fit into this system, you mentioned Rasheer Fleming. That's exactly who I thought of in terms of a young talent who can develop, who was able to grow in this regime. But how soon do you think Koa will be able to have an impact on this team? Will he become a key player sooner than we might expect him to?
Fantastic question. And let me totally dodge it, because I'm going to put the answer onto Koa's personality. And here's what I mean. Does he accept the fact that he put up a 30-burger against Florida, was the talk of the country, then started to drop off a little bit, then bounced back in the NCAA tournament, but 29 teams told him no in the NBA? And then he gets the last spot of the first round. Where does that motivation take him? Because his impact has to be in an area where he sometimes impacted the game, and that is defense. He's got to realize right here, right now, if I want to play in the NBA, the first thing I have to accept is I have the length and the athleticism to be a lockdown defender. The next thing you need is basketball IQ. He's got that. And the next thing you need is an unrelenting heart to play defense. And I would say he's got an unrelenting heart for the game, but not always defensively. And that's got to change at the NBA level. Once he works on being a lockdown defender with his own mentality, then other things can fall into place. Everybody knows about his shooting. Yes, the shooting has to improve. There's no doubt about that. But I like the track record of this organization. I like where I see Brian Gregory and Jordan Ott taking this team. So I don't doubt they can get him to work on his shot and it can improve. I take another look at Rasheer Fleming again, a young man that has gotten better all season long at all different aspects of the game. And at the end of the year, he's fighting for playing time as a starter, not just fighting for playing time to contribute off the bench. I don't see why that will be that dramatically different for Koa Peat if he takes on the mentality of defense first. You can play in the NBA right now, Koa, if you embrace defense and rebounding. You have the athleticism and you have the basketball IQ. You didn't always show it at U of A that you can be a great defender. I'm not ready to say great, but at the same time, why not try? So if he gives all that he can on the defensive end, the shot will come and it'll take time. Rasheer Fleming was not a great shooter when he was in college, and he got better and better all the time. Now, granted, he didn't stay for only 1 year at St. Joe's. So, yeah, do I think Koa Peat should have spent another year in Tucson? I really do. But it's none of my business. You know, he wants to be a millionaire now and have a long-term contract. Knock yourself out. And they've got a track record of player development under Brian Gregory.
I'll get you out on this, Doug. You look at Koa's career, what he's been able to accomplish at just 19 years old. Where is his ceiling? Could he become a franchise player? You look at the awards and the medals and the levels that he's won at. where could Koa Peat kind of fall in the landscape of Arizona players and maybe all-time greats when you just look at what he's been able to accomplish this early in his career?
That is fantastic. And what you've done a great job of is setting me up for a Jalen Brunson type of quote when I don't say he's not going to be a 1A kind of guy. And then 5 years later, he's a world champion. I look at him as a strong contributor to a winning culture. That's what I look at with a Koa Peat. I don't look at him as a number 1A main piece right now. But the thing is, if you've got the heart and he's got the body type, then it's how far does he want to go? It's more of a mentality. Do you embrace you're not where you need to be? If he does, then he can achieve some level of greatness. Who knows? Maybe someday they're going to play me ripping him in the Ring of Honor ceremony too. But work on your shot and things will develop.